Hello and welcome to the show. Today we are on Forza Horizon 4 with a little bit of a challenge. We're going to be doing some multi-class racing. Now, this is actually a game mode that has been in Horizon 4 since launch. We've just never actually really played it all that much. This is the Showdown game mode. Basically, you can select a car from whatever class. Now, for the sake of this video, we're going to be cycling the cars that we run. You can do it with any class, but we're using C class, B class, A class, and S1 class. Now, the game tries to balance this. It releases the C class cars first, and then waits an amount of time and releases the B class, A class, and S1, etc. Now, it does try and balance it as best as possible. We're doing a lap race here, for example. It does try to balance it as best as possible, depending on the amount of laps that you have put on. We will see. Now, I've always liked this sort of racing. It's always an interesting idea, but it's the balance that's always the really, really tough part here. Trying to get the timing down, especially when we're all driving different levels of cars. Some cars, are better in C class, some are better built and whatnot. We might end up fighting one another here and losing a crap ton of time because, that's what we end up doing. I've got huge understeer with my Golf. So yeah, it's going to come down to how well the game's balanced this one, but it should be quite interesting. We've got 3 people in each category. I want to be the first placed C class car. If I can be the first placed C class car, then maybe we can be far enough away that the S1s don't catch us in the 5 laps. I struggle to build C class cars, I'll be honest. They're quite difficult to make work. I have a stupidly fast Delta, but other than that, everything else I've tried is a little bit, I say, questionable. This Golf is not too bad. It's just under 200 horsepower, which is quite a lot, and it is all-wheel drive, so it does shift pretty damn nicely. But it's not as good handling. Now, we are actually going to lap the S1 class cars. They haven't actually even been released yet. That's how fast the game is reckoning the S1s are going to be. Surely they've got to be sent on their way fairly soon. They've got a lot of work to do here. Got a lot of work. Now, in testing, we had some very, very close results. It looks like, I'm sure it will work itself out. But yeah, those S1 class cars have got an absolute mountain to climb in this. I don't think I can match the Fulvia. I know how good the Fulvia is. It's a phenomenally quick car, that one. Here come the S1 class cars. Now, I'm not even bothering fighting these S1 class cars. If they want to go past, go for it. I don't want to get, in fact, I understeered wide. I didn't even mean to go that wide. I don't actually want to get involved in a squabble with them, particularly at this stage. I don't want to lose more time myself than I can help it. Now, theoretically, I could sit in front of them in the corners and slow them. You can see. That's why they were held for a lap, because they've just pissed off into the distance. But yeah, I feel like I don't really want to have an argument at this point, especially not when I've got a car like this. I'm struggling a little bit around this circuit anyway. If we can have a good lap of not running wide, maybe we can catch Ewan. Now, we aren't really seeing, because we're all quite spread out at the moment, we're not really seeing the gaps between us and the B-class cars, for example. I might be a bit of a pain for the B-class cars. They might actually struggle to really do much about overtaking me. I'll say that, no. But I might be able to give them a bit of grief just from straight line speed. For example, if it comes down to a battle at the final corner. If it comes to a battle for a run to the line, if they're not really close, maybe. It's ambitious, but maybe. I can't really see them yet, but they are going to be closing a smidge. The Mustang's not having a good time behind. That's not quite working around here. And the only downside, of course, with this sort of race is you are often only racing 3 cars, and, well, it only takes 2 cars to have a very, very good race. If your cars aren't, I say, incredibly equal, you might get a bit spread out. And I'm, struggling. Struggling in this one. We can stay well enough clear of the Mustang. The problem is, this is one of the circuits that actually straight-line speed cars have a better chance of working at. And if I'm struggling here, of all places, that Fulvia would give me a lot of trouble just overall. Well, I made a little mistake through there. Unfortunately, nothing crazy. Come on, Golf. I want to catch that because we know they're not going to have the time. The A-class cars, the S1 class cars are too far back. It's really going to be, can Leathercap in 4th with the, oh no, wait, no, the car behind me isn't Danger Man anymore. The car behind me is a B-class car. Okay, they are coming, approaching with a lot of speed. The S1s and A-class cars have not made enough time around here. They have not got the time to make it through the field, but the B-class cars just might. I don't think I can fend off from those. Now, Ewan maybe can do something with the Fulvia, although the S1, like the S1s are rapidly catching. Oh, good God, that thing is fast. Well, I'm not stopping that. Look at it go! Can it make a corner, though? Okay, well, it found the back of a Fulvia to crash into. Found something I out-handle. The problem is now that's going to slow me down, and any chance I have of beating it... no, I don't think I can do much about it. Crap. The challenger of many speeds is gone. Oh, God, now I've got the Fiat squad. No! Got to try and fend off from the Abarth. I'm not going to beat the Abarth, am I? I don't think we're going to do that. Oh, and then there's a whole pack of other cars further back. So Danger Man is still holding on to 5th, but is now falling. So Danger Man is plummeting through the order. We've lost out to the Abarth. The Dodge is having wiggly fun. Faster than the B-class car down the straight. Yes, go on, Golf. Can we out-drag? No, we can't out... Well, we can out-drag it, but it won't matter. We're way too far back to do a damn thing here. In fact, unless they all pile each other into a wall. Oh no! Here comes Scotty with the mono! No, where did that come from? I wasn't even paying attention to the mono. No, it's gone. The mono won't beat the Dodge. The mono's going to get second, though. Christ. That's shot up through the field. The Dodge is going to win. I might even get Ewan in all of this weirdness. Come on, Volkswagen, be the best C-Class car! Oh, I think we did it. I think we might... I don't know whether Forza gave it to me in the end. It didn't. I think that was Forza scoring. I think my nose was ahead. But either way, bloody hell, that was close. Gleska did well with the Mercedes. Climbed that up the... I wasn't even looking behind me in that run to the finish line, and Gleska almost got us. I'd say they got the balance about right. Christ, that was madness. I bet if Scotty hadn't got held up fighting through traffic... That's always the difficulty with the higher classes. You get stuck held in traffic, but... Damn it. Mayhem. Good fun race. So, for our next race, everyone has cycled classes, and as you can see, I'm at the back. I'm going to be using the S1 class car, and we've still got 30 seconds to go until we have... In fact, we've been waiting here for a minute already. It's a minute and a half countdown before we get released. I'm driving the Morgan. It needs some redemption. I let the car down badly. I like this car. S1 class is quite fun. It is rear-wheel drive, but we're on a tarmac circuit. This is a fast circuit as well. The Morgan has excellent aero, excellent traction, as there goes a C-class car. So, once again, we have got a lap to make up. Now, the trick here is going to be... Christ, we've got so much time to make up as well. The trick is going to be... Are we going to lose our laps to B-class cars? Not quite. Ewan was very slow away. Ewan, by the looks of it, also in a rear-wheel drive. But yeah, the trick is going to be, we cannot lose time. We cannot lose time at all. You miss a checkpoint, it's game over. You know, miss a checkpoint and your race is, is immediately done. But getting stuck in traffic, even if that's just a corner, there's a corner where you haven't been able to get around a C-class car, you can probably kiss your chances of winning this goodbye. It's kind of, I don't know. It's interesting because everything has to be perfect here. If you are going to win this, with whatever class, I should add, everything has to be absolutely spot on. So the C-Class cars, they don't really want to fight one another. They want to have a nice clean run and stay out of any sort of trouble in all of this. Oh, we're going to have some fun times. Here we go. Yeah, they don't really want to fight with me because, well, you do that, yeah, lose. That's why I let the S1 class cars kind of go. Admittedly, I didn't have much choice when I was in the Golf. See, that's the sort of thing there I just cannot afford. Me and Ewan are going to absolutely sail past the Abarth as we cross the line, but we have not all that much time to try and make up a lap. It's kind of fun. You at least have your own like little mini race within a race. If I can't win this race, I damn well want to be the best placed S1 class car. You know, that's what we want to go for. We've got 74 seconds to make up in the rest of this. It's a tall order. If any of my S1 class cars can do it, this might be one that can. I mean, if we were off-road, I'd have some very different options, but for tarmac races, I have really taken a liking to the Morgan. It's weird, it's silly, it looks goofy and has a massive wing. Oh, Ewan has had trouble. By the looks of it, I am basically the sole hope for the S1 class cars here. Mistakes, not quite sure what happened, but mistakes have been made somewhere, and they have fallen a long, long way back. So either I'm going to be the only S1 class car charging, or I'll win by a mile and they will catch up to the rest of the pack. I've had big twitches off of that corner every lap so far. Well, I mean, we've cut huge chunks out of the time, but who knows if it's going to be enough. We will barrel down towards this first corner. I mean, I should definitely get the A-class cars, judging by where they are positioned on the map, but it's really hard to know. I'm hoping this will be as closely balanced as Bamborough. We're down to 57 seconds, so what, was that like 20 seconds we made almost in all of that? It's going to be so. It might come down to a drag race. I mean, I'd fancy my chances in a drag race. Let's face it. I think I've got the fastest S1 class car here. We outran the Lamborghini. We outran the Caterham as well. So we have the speed. I mean, this is always the difficulty for the lower class cars. Of course, if it ever does get down to a drag race, well, you know, that battle to the finish line. Unless they are like three wide fighting, then that might make life difficult for me. We are catching up to Stevie, who I can't remember what car they were in, but we are catching up towards that. It looks like an Ariel? Oh, Nomad. There we go. That's what Stevie's in. So that would be the first of the A-class cars. Things always not gone well for that. Nomads can be very fast in this, but this is probably not the circuit for that. Might have squeezed a little bit too much on the aerial. That's not what I was going for. God, so I can see the C-Class cars as they head towards their final lap, or the leader of the C-Class. Bloody hell, I don't think I'm so far in the lead. I might catch the group, but I don't know if I can catch that at Bath. It's weird thinking, like, I'm trying to find the fastest S1 class car to beat a comparative fast C. It's a strange little battle you end up, you know, dealing with. Blakey with a Cobra we should catch here and pass without too many troubles. It's Scotty with the RX-8. Let's not hit the fence. It's like little silly things like that that cost me time. Now, thankfully, we haven't really lost all that much time fighting these cars, but you don't have to. It's just you're offline somewhere. You lose 3 or 4 tenths a corner, perhaps, for a couple of corners, and it all adds up. But we're past down to 24 seconds. I don't think I have enough time. Liam has missed a checkpoint with the 2CV, so that's the 2CV's day's done. It was up in second. At least I presume that would be a missed checkpoint, or maybe a controller turn off or whatever. But either way, 2CV is gone. Can we chase down that RX-8? I mean, I'm looking at this back straight. I'm thinking we are flying. Of course we are. How far up the order can we get? Can we get Gliska? I think Leathercap's won, judging by the distances. I don't actually know if the B-class cars are within shooting distance of that. It's going to be a very, very busy final few corners. We will shoot past the RX-8. Now, the RX-8 also wants to get past the, whatever that was, classic car, Mercedes Benz, I believe. We are flying through here. Leathercap is going to win this. There is nothing I can do about the Bath. Can I get fourth away from Speed Beast? That's what I'm chasing down at the moment. The Clio here, it is going to be fourth for me, unless Forza really screws the finishing positions. It doesn't this time out. Fourth place in the end. We shot past the Clio. We couldn't catch the Abarth. We were within 6 seconds. I probably dropped a couple of seconds in places, but even then I don't think that was enough. Yeah, if a perfect run, I might have caught Longbow. Maybe might have caught Longbow's insignia. Again, pretty good jumbled up order. Pretty good jumbled up order of vehicles there. Just couldn't do it at the end. It's good fun. It's that manic chase. You have to get every single pass right. Well, it's a fourth and what should have been a fourth place so far for me in two very, very different classes. So, we are now on to the more midfield cars. Also, for some reason, the Forza doesn't necessarily know how to do the grids properly. It does sometimes park cars jankily. We're an A-class. Now, I am driving the Holden Tirana. Some of you may recognise this car. A while ago we ran a hill climb tournament and this thing was phenomenal. In fact, it was the very, very first hill climb tournament and we had 2 Tiranas in the final. It was very good at that. Don't know how well it's going to work around here. It's A-class, it's got big race tyres on it and is quite light, a decent amount of power. It's a good car. I haven't driven it for ages though, so I don't actually know. We are rear-wheel drive, of course, which means we have a little bit less traction. However, I'm hoping overall the car's going to be good enough. Now this class is a different ballgame basically to the previous classes we had been running. S1 class you are just constantly attacking. You know, there is no looking behind. You don't get over, well, unless you're fighting with other S1 class cars, but in S1, yeah, there is no looking behind. There is nothing you have to worry about for overtaking you. C class, you're not attacking. C class, you are just doing your own thing, and that's that. A class, of course, we are now in the middle. we are attacking the slower cars, but we've got to be mindful of the S1 class vehicles approaching from behind. Now, this race is shorter than the previous ones, hence why we had a much shorter roll-off delay. Said, I don't know what circuits. We did try some points and they don't work. The ones we did anyway, well, woefully imbalanced. At least these have come out relatively close. You know, we're talking within 4 or 5 seconds between the different classes. Oh, that was quite wide. I really pushed my luck through there. I've got to get every ounce of speed out of this Tirana if we're going to make this work. Now, I have, by the looks of it, got the handling car here. Danger Man has got that little bit more acceleration in the Escort. It looks a little bit squirrely off the start line, but it has calmed down perhaps. A little bit warm tyres will help. If Leathercap has missed a checkpoint, that is going to scupper the chance of one of the S1 class cars. As I said, you can't make mistakes. Hell, just a little bit too much oversteer is going to be costly. I don't think my Tirana is as good as I would want it to be here. I've certainly not got the pace of the Escort. Certainly haven't got that. I thought I might with the grip from this car. You know, often when I do team adventures, I won't have a car running race tyres. I know I've got to go on rally stages and so on, so, well, this is kind of different to, I guess, a lot of my normal A-class cars. Oh, we're going to brush the wall, but I thought this would be quick around here. It's just not quite enough. There's a little too much understeer. It's still pretty grippy in the corners. Now, we might still be able to get A-class cars, of course, to a 1-2. While I might not be able to match Danger Man, hell, you never know. Danger Man might make a mistake. Trying to overtake might get slowed down. Trying to overtake the slower category of cars. We might all get annihilated by some S1 class cars. You know, there is that. I don't know. The worst bit is the not knowing. The worst bit is not having the gap. Like, it's great when you're the S1 class car and you can see all of the gap. We can see the gaps going forward, but it's just every so often check. Now, it does look like Danger Man is about to get the first of the B-class cars up ahead. So, I mean, that's good news. We've still actually got a couple of laps to go. So, we have had a half-decent time of it. Someone has from our class. If I can't win, and if I can't win the class, at least let's have the class I'm in win. I feel like that's, you know, something. Although, that might be more embarrassing. I hope an A-class car wins. So far, we've had an S1 and a C-class win, so it'd be nice if we could get all the different classes to take a victory at the different events. It is going to be, I mean, we are now starting to run out a little bit more on the old time front, as much as we are catching up. Steven moves across to the inside. I mean, you can try and defend. We've got so much more. I mean, like, between the classes here, the difference is massive. The only time you might see a car defend is a speed-built, lower-class car on a long straight. You are very unlikely to see much different. I guess if you have a crazy speed-built car on a handling circuit, the other way around, you might see the lower PI overtake briefly until there's some sort of straight. But yeah, it's. As I said, I do actually quite like this. It took a while. I said it took a while. I kind of almost disappointed we didn't play this sooner because it is quite good fun. As interesting and as difficult as it is to balance, of course, and that is always the challenge. I mean, I think Danger Man actually stands a really good chance here. He's up into 4th place already, and again, Gliska's like 3 seconds clear at the front. That might be tough. I think Danger Man can get 2nd. I don't know how far I'm going to be able to get up the order. Of course, now we are going up against slower and slower cars as we fight our way up here. Unfortunately for me, the Aussie cars here are going to slow each other down. I was actually really struggling to get turned anyway. We shall outrun the Monaro. The S2000 is now trying to... Oh, something's very laggy. Holy crap, the S1 cars have turned up. I wasn't even paying attention. The S1 class cars, they are here. Liam and Chris. Unfortunately, now we're all getting boxed in. Everyone's getting slowed down. The Aussie cars are sliding. We are going to fire up the inside and get 2 places, but we lost 2 as well. The S1s are going to run out of time unless they have a massive drag towards the finish line. Danger Man has got to the lead. Hey, an A-class car did it. Well done. Well done. I got a little ensnared in traffic at the end. I wouldn't have won. I don't think I'd have caught Gliska, even if the S1 class cars hadn't caught us. Hey, an A-class car won. Well done. Bloody hell. It's madness in the mid-pack. I was so focused. It was actually laser focus on... I could see Scotty. I could see Speed Beast with the coupe. And I just didn't even... If they had thrown that car up the inside, I wasn't even looking back to know there was a car going to do it. Should probably be more careful in the next one. So, we are on to our final race, our final class swap. We've come to the Broadway Village Circuit, I think that's the name, where we are going to be in the B-Class car. Yes, I have got my fantastic 695 Abarth. I very much like this as a B-Class car. Also, I did realise part of the reason why the Tirana might not have been as good as I was hoping. That Tirana, I must have rebuilt it for something because it was on rally tyres and it shouldn't have been. So, didn't quite do what I was hoping it would do. But never mind, this should be... I don't think it would have mattered. I don't think even race tyres it would have been quite enough, but might have helped. Anyway, yeah, this Abarth is a very, very good car in B-Class. This one's also on rally tyres, but it has a lot of grip. It is not as fast as the Cadet in terms of straight line speed. That thing is a monster. It gets quite a lot of power and very little weight, and still stays in B-Class. But it is a handful. Do you want a handful to drive in this? Well, possibly, but you might also want to not brush a wall and lose time. Although I don't want to be stuck in a fight with a Cadet. Now, we didn't have a huge amount of gap between the cars because this is a relatively short circuit. We have got 5 laps. We kept 5 laps on all of them, but of course, this is just a much shorter lap than some. We are not quite going to lap the S1 class cars. However, the C class vehicles did, I believe. Alright, so they've been released. We have got to make up about 10.5 seconds in the remaining laps to catch the C-Class cars. Might be able to do it. I don't know, but I might be. In fact, if I could, it would be a second win for a 695. It would be a 695 in a different class, because I think it was a C-Class one that won, but it might be doable. What's that that's slow ahead? Is that... I think that might be Stevie's... I mean, it's not going to be an S1 unless it's had a big crash. At some point. I'm pretty sure it's not. No, we are catching up to the Nova that has left a big old, well, pile of smoke in that corner. I was going to say, like, it wasn't really oversteering, it was just billowing smoke. Well, that would explain why it might be struggling a little bit. Come on. I want a Bath. I've got to not miss checkpoints. But this is where I just don't want to lose time. Can't afford to lose time to these cars because if we're going to beat the A-Class cars, the S1 class... No, go away, Nova, you've got more straight line speed than me, I know that, but you will not be able to brake anywhere near as late as the Abarth. In fact, I was even a little more cautious than I would have liked to have been, because I'm an idiot, and I needed to not... Yeah, needed to be braver. Needed to be much braver on that. Can we get the Renault 5 this lap? I think we will. I mean, either my car is insanely fast in my class. I know this is a good B-Class car, but either my car is insanely fast in this class, or, again, perhaps the balance is a little funky. Who have we got to worry about? Leathercap is the first A-Class car, because Ewan and Danger Man are the other C-Class cars. So... I've got a little bit of time. I will catch Scotty, there's no doubt about it. When we've got 2 laps to go and we're within 2 seconds, we'll catch Scotty probably by the end of this lap. Where is Leathercap and what speed is that car coming at? I don't know, because you can't see the times at the moment. They're not coming up the gap to that vehicle, so I can't keep track of how much time we're losing a lap. I know it doesn't really matter. It's more out of like a curiosity. More than anything, I know I have to do one thing, and that is drive the wheels off this Abarth and get as far away from everything as we possibly can. The S1 class cars are even not in my frame of thought at the moment. They do seem a long way back in this one. We will sweep around the outside of the Datsun. And the Datsun's kind of happy to not fight me. It's a long way clear of everyone else as well. It could get a second. In fact, it might hold off Ewan's Cadet, but this all depends. Leathercap's past Stevie now, so it's going to be within about 7 or 8 seconds, I would think. Only 10 seconds down, that's a long way down. There's no chance. There is absolutely no chance for Leathercap to catch in this one. 10 seconds in a lap. You'd need an S1 class car. Speaking of S1s, though, I think they're too far back. I think if we don't do anything massively stupid here, we may... just possibly, don't say it, but maybe okay. I said it. Don't curse commentator me now. We've got a pretty big lead. This car is fantastic. Ewan has made it up to 3rd. Leathercap's up to 4th now with the A-Class. I wouldn't be surprised if she was in the Bath as well, just of a different class. We're going to chuck it around the penultimate corner. We now have one more turn to go. Will Leathercap get a podium? Will Ewan get second? It looks like Ewan will probably outdrag everyone else. I mean, Danger Man is still holding on to 5th place there with the, I guess, weaker of the B-Class cars. Yeah, I mean, Ewan has got second. It's going to be a 1-2 for B-Class. in this one. We'll see how things pan out further back. The S1s and A classes just weren't even close. Gliska was S1. I thought Gliska was an A. My bad. Gliska got up to third with the... Okay, Gliska got very close to Ewan. Like, I say very close, within a second of Ewan, so that's quite a good guy. That's probably a terrifying drag race to the finish line. I think I've ended up in 5th in the end. Scotty was the highest of the C-Class cars, the only one not down at the back. Pretty manic midfield by the look of it, with Longbow, Speed Beast, Danger Man all in there. Yeah, Danger Man ended up down in 8th place. So, there we go. That is a look at the Showdown game mode. It is an awful lot of fun, actually. I have to say, the balance... It ebbs and flows, it seems. In 4 races, we've had 4 different classes win. Some have been very close. Some, like that one there, have been a little bit more dominating. It perhaps depends on what cars work at what circuits in relation to their classes and everything, and quite how the game balances it. But we had some really, really interesting results. I'm glad I got a win with the Abarth. I would have liked to have got a win with the Morgan. That's not a bad prize either. I've got a Bentley Continental. Fantastic. But... that is the way it goes. Yeah, give it a try. You know, you may well have missed out this game mode as well, or not thought much about it. It is some good fun. The balance is not too bad at all. Some circuits are better than others, but here we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.